Hey everyone, Jocelyn here, pelvic floor physical therapist. And in this video, I am going to go over the conventional deadlift. In previous videos, I talked about basic deadlifting tips. I went over what it targets, where to get started, and then I have also covered the Romanian deadlift. So if you haven't watched any of those videos, you might want to check those out first. So the conventional deadlift is what the traditional deadlift that a lot of people know about. I would say it's one of, if not the most technically challenging of the deadlifts, as well as the one that puts a lot of load through your spine. So technique really matters so that you're distributing it and you are not putting yourself at risk for injury. The reason why it's more technically challenging is because of the narrowness of our feet and the angle of our torso relative to our hips, and just it's a longer distance to pull from. So longer time to keep your technique in check. So if you are new to deadlifting, you might want to start with some of the other variations first before diving into the conventional deadlift. So in this video, I'm going to use my smaller bar because I don't have my bigger bar on me. And why I bring that up is because it is lower to the ground than my other barbell because of the weight sizes. The other weights, the bigger weights, lift the barbell up, so instead of it coming just above my ankles, it's like mid-shin. So I have to pull much lower. You can elevate the bar, and I will show you what that can look like in later videos. But for now, I'm just gonna demonstrate it like this because some of you might be using smaller plates. As with the Romanian deadlift and any other deadlifts, the basics are the same. It's a hip hinge, your back stays in neutral, and we're targeting the same muscles, the glutes, hamstrings, lower back. I'm going to go over from a side view, and I suggest pausing this video and doing this with me, or watching, then doing a stop and go as you hit each of these different performance points. So when you go to deadlift, you're always, first thing you do is, once your barbell's set up, is you walk up to your barbell and put your shins against the barbell. Your feet are going to be hip width apart, and your hands are going to be directly underneath your shoulders. Because my bar is so low, I am going to sit my hips back a little bit further, and I am going to have a little bit more of a knee bend than I would if I had the regular barbell. From there, my shoulder blades, see how I'm rounded here? I'm going to pull them back to get my spine in neutral. I'm going to look, my eyes are going to be lifted 6 feet ahead of me. And then heels grounded, I feel a stretch in the back of my hamstrings. I'm going to pull the bar straight up, bring my hips through. And then I'm going to reverse that, move exactly the same direction but opposite. So straight up, straight down. My barbell stays in contact with my legs the whole time. I'm going to exhale as I stand, scoop my hips through. Notice I'm not dumping like that. I shoot my hips back, I let go of my glutes. I stay connected as I get ready for the next rep. Feeling a stretch in the back of the leg as I go down and in my glutes. Squeezing my glutes. Pressing through my feet as I stand back up. One thing to keep in mind is as I stand up, I'm not beating my hips with my knees. In fact, I'm not straightening my knees. I'm scooping my hips through. Big difference. If you drive with your knees, you're going to be using your legs more than your hips. That means more quads and hamstrings, then glutes and hamstrings. And we want glutes, hamstrings, low back. The other thing is, if you lose tension through your shoulders, that's when the bar gets away from you. So you want to keep it up against your body the whole time. Now, how much your knee angle is, see how I'm like pretty, it looks like my knees are bent, but it's because of my hips. That's because of the tension through my hamstrings. This I can do, but too much. So it depends on your hamstring flexibility. You want to feel tension, not too much, not too little with your hamstrings. Now from a front view, here, shoulders, elbows, wrists stacked, feet grounded, pulling through, keeping my elbows straight as much as I can. Now as you're getting started, your elbows might bend as you keep your shoulder blades back, depending on the flexibility of your biceps. But as you get more advanced, you want to think no shrugging at all. Even to reset your shoulders, you should keep your shoulders same position the whole time. And keep your elbows straight, squeeze through your triceps. That'll come later. So that is the main thing about the conventional deadlift. Again, you can use a dumbbell, kettlebell, med ball, which I will go over in a future video.